If you're like me and many others, and you're observing what's happening in the world right now, and you're like, what the F? I need you to hear this, because I've been observing, contemplating, and trying to understand what's happening from a spiritual and energetical point of view. And this is my understanding of everything that's happening from that perspective, and I want to share it with you, so stay with me. So from a spiritual perspective, chaos often increases when hidden structures are being revealed. Darkness doesn't become visible because it's growing. It becomes visible because the amount of light is increasing and it's shining upon things that were once hidden. We had for centuries corruption, abuse of power, exploitation, manipulation. All of these things existed quietly running in the background. The difference now is exposure. We have information that travels instantly, and the secrets that are coming to the surface much faster. There's systems that can no longer hide the same way that they used to. And spiritually, we're going through a revelation phase, not an apocalypse. Revelation. Revelation means unveiling. So when collective consciousness rises, unconscious patterns can no longer stay buried. What was once tolerated now becomes questioned. What was once normalized now becomes challenged. But here's an uncomfortable truth. Awakening is not pretty. Individually, when you begin shadow work, things get really messy before you manage to integrate everything. And collective awakening is pretty much the same. It works the same way. The world is now going through shadow work and integration. We see war, we see corruption, we see the Epstein files, we see scandals. These are symptoms of systems that were built on imbalance that are now reaching their breaking point. And from a deeper perspective, humanity is transitioning from unconscious power structures to much more transparent ones. Although we might not see it, but this is what I perceive that it's happening. And when power structures feel threatened, they react. And this is not necessarily good versus evil, it's consciousness versus unconsciousness. And now I want to ground this a little bit further, because it's important not to drift into too much fantasy thinking. Spiritual meaning doesn't erase responsibility. Wars are created by what? Political decisions, economic interests, fear-based leadership, resource control, not only by cosmic fate, but spiritually, they reveal where humanity is still operating from fear instead of integration. And you're feeling this intensity, we are feeling this intensity because we're sensitive to collective energy. And the key question is not why is this happening? The key question is, how do we stay conscious without becoming consumed? We do not heal the world by spiraling into its chaos. We heal the world by regulating our nervous system, by thinking critically, by not falling into paranoia, not falling into denial, by learning how to stay grounded. And there's a difference between awareness and obsession. And from a spiritual growth lens, this era is about discernment, not blind trust, not blind rebellion, discernment. And one more important thing, be careful of narratives that frame everything as a part of some grand hidden cosmic battle. That mindset can quietly remove agency and inflate fear. Human systems are flawed because humans are flawed. And evolution happens through tension. Unfortunately, it does. Now, I also want to ask you something. When you look at everything happening, what do you feel? Do you feel fear? Do you feel anger? Or a sense of something collapsing in order to make space for something new to emerge? Let me know in the comments. What is your perception and what do you feel when you observe everything that's happening in the world right now? I love you all. Stay calm, stay composed, stay grounded and anchored in love and unity. I love you all.